I wanna go back, back to my little grass shack. I wanna go back, back to my little grass shack. I wanna go back, back to my little grass shack. I wanna go back, back to my little grass shack. Out of sight, out of sight, out of sight, out of sight. I need to go back, back to my little grass shack. I need to go back, back to my little grass shack. I need to go back, back to my little grass shack. Out of mind, out of mind, out of mind, out of mind, out of sight. I need just a little rest on the sharp edge of a cool glass in okie dokie. Where the fragile, cursed little eyes, where the fragile, cursed little eyes go swimming by, swimming by, swimming by, swimming by.
When you close your eyes, everyone is dreaming but you. Everyone closes their eyes. You can hear them disappearing when you look in the rhythm of sleep landscape. They are looking for you. The face at the crest of the hill, your lips encircle many tongues, lying over the flowers of sleep field. Your limbs are lost in thousands, footsteps past in sleep forest. Everyone is still as you are, tracing the joy of concealment and sight. When the river parts in sleep water, you want to go to them. When you close their eyes, the house is full of your family. Everyone closes their eyes. Everyone is dreaming but you. When you look, you can hear them disappearing for you in the rhythm of sleep landscape. The house is full of your family. When you close your eyes, everyone is dreaming but you. Everyone closes their eyes. You can hear them disappearing when you look in the rhythm of sleep landscape. They are looking for you. the face at the crest of the hill. Your lips encircle many, lying over the flowers of sleep, dear. Your limbs are lost in thousands, footsteps fast in sleep forest. Everyone is still as you are, tracing the joy of concealment and sight. And when the river parts in sleep water, you want to go to them.
Good, you know. I think it's really good. I think it's very good lesson.
She's in a wheelchair?
No.
Who wants theirs in their rooms? You guys, if you want them in the hall, we can keep the ones in the hall up. What's this? Yeah, let's go. You want Mary or Carrie?
At least for the weekend. At least for,
sit by Hellgate. And as they went down the street, they broke all the limbs off the trees going along, and the limbs were going in the windows and breaking the windows out. It was just awful. But you tell them about all that, you know, and maybe they saw it because a lot of school kids watched that house go up the street. Working in this method, it has always appealed to kids. I know if I hang one up down in the museum in some kind of a group show, the kids always really like my piece because it looks like something they might have done. And I think they like the fact that it looks really spontaneous. Though in some ways I may have worked on it 4 or 5 months. And it looks like it was done in about an hour maybe. But it takes time to be spontaneous. But yeah, I know that you'd have fun with a copier. God, I paid $1,000 for that over here at Andrew's office machines. I saw the same thing at Costco for $6.50. Same thing. They have all that
You
stuff
could
out
say
there.
Costco? Well, I gotta go out there sometime.
It's a
Everybody talks about that.
Z70. It's a Sharp Z70. The Sharp is the brand. Or if you want the credit union, good one, and it blows up and it reduces. And it's not hard to use, and it's not. I think what they try to do is Nanny.
Supposedly I can be a member automatically just because I'm a certified teacher. Does that make sense? Just because
Yeah,
I have a state license? or
Yes, I think any state.
Still at Warm
Well,
Believe it or not.
I think that if you made it available, all the, say just paper and pencil or some kind of like cattle markers, drawing paints and stuff. It seems to me that over a period of time,
When you see everything in there is dependent on everything else around it, and so if you change any part of it, you change the whole thing, sort of. Now, as I'm standing looking at this sometimes, I think, because these yellow parts were an afterthought to make this bigger, and I like the yellow a lot, but are they too different than the inside of it? Maybe what I should do is cut some pieces out of this, just some small pieces on either side, and see what would happen. I mean, there's so many ways to go. That's what has always fascinated me, is that there's 1,000 ways to do it. It's sort of like Zen. There's 1,000 ways to do it, and yet you want to do them all and you haven't got time.
Very true.
This is a drawing on 4 sheets of paper by my daughter Lisa, I think when she was about 8. And she was attempting, I guess, to draw a skeleton, as you can see by some of these funny little shapes. And the rib cage, and she's got some of the bones in here, and the finger bones, like toe bones. She must have looked at a skeleton somewhere and tried to put one together. But in doing so, she also managed to get in things that I'm not quite sure of. Maybe these are organs. I don't know what they are. These little funny shapes in here. And here up here, she's got his brain and a pair of eyeglasses on, a large nose like a potato. But I was so taken with this that I saved it and mounted it up and I showed it to a lot of teachers groups. I used to give some kind of instruction to a lot of teachers in art projects, what they could do. And I always loved this thing because it was such a funny little attempt to do a skeleton.
We're going to talk about the inside of your body.
Body, huh?
Yes. Do you know what's inside of your skin? Do you know what those hard things are in there? What is that? You know, shoulder. And it's hooked onto your whole, what is that whole frame? There's something inside there that it holds up your whole body. What do you call that? You know? It's a skeleton. And I'll give you all a picture of a skin face, and that's your skull. You can see it up there. Your skull, right. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to make a skeleton so that you kind of understand what holds your body up.
That's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? What's inside your skull?
What's in there? What's the big, huge thing inside your skull?
That's your brain.
Your brain. You got it. You got it. Here's a picture. You bet. Here's a picture of your brain.
Brain.
And that's a very important
You
organ.
get a brain over your head. It's brain.
Yes. There's another one right here. What is that? It goes.
That's a chest. It's my chest.
What is that that beats?
Your heart.
Your heart. You're right. We're going to make a great big skeleton on a piece of paper. Each person is going to make their own skeleton. And then we'll give you a piece of colored paper, and you can cut out a shape. It can be anything you want. It can be a brain. It can be a heart. It can be, It doesn't matter, just do it any way you want.
We're just making stuff up. These will be things for you.
Yeah.
So the first thing we have to do is make the big, huge drawing of ourselves.
Yes, and I'm gonna help you do that. They all know,
Yeah.
and they're all interested.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like that. Well, it's like that.
Okay, I'm gonna draw around Suzanne. How that be? Suzanne.
Drawing me.
We're gonna get a profile too.
Oh, that's it. Oh, you stand right here, Miss Bob.
Who's your partner, Brenda?
Here's Suzanne. Dennis. Right there as well.
Looking at his arm here, and then draw it down. That's right, and his hands, that's fine. And
Go down by the leg.
his
You're gonna have to
leg
bend
all the
down.
way to the floor, that's just dandy. Okay. Try that.
Okay, and you're gonna draw the abs, and don't touch him.
Okay, and then around the leg, draw it down, clear down to the floor. Okay, now I'll draw your leg up here.
There, this is a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
When I come back.
That's Lori.
That thing and then I'll help you.
Sure. You can draw the skeleton somehow.
You help somebody else.
Good job, Dennis. Keep going. Yes, the teeth. The teeth. It's good. Can you draw the back?
Look, sure, go ahead. Okay, Curtis.
Part on that.
Good job. Yeah, she is. All right, Bob.
Part on that.
Oh, just do that. That's good enough.
Do you want to grab one for Dennis? You like that part?
That's a good one.
That one.
Yeah.
And Brenda brought you a glue stick.
And here, I'll get you a glue stick.
Oh, come on. Dennis.
There you go. This thing work?
Is that where your stomach's gonna go? Yeah. Okay, more.
Okay.
We need to cut one out. We need to cut out a stomach.
Okay, where do you want to put your heart? Put your heart in the
Right.
Good. Oh, perfect.
Oh, you want to take a look?
Oh, it's your heart. That's a good heart. Well, let's go look at that sheet of paper.
Okay.
It's different places.
Has
Now, what do you think? There's your brain, and then there's your heart. And then okay.
Okay, turn it in.
You write your name.
Oh, yeah. For those people, very nice, Barbara.
So good.
Okay, you done? Okay. Did you say that was funny?
Did you draw your fingers?
The one that's right in the center?
Did you draw them on here?
Put your hands in. Yeah, put your hands in. Yeah. Oh, do you feel how stretchy that is?
Yeah. And then when I say freeze, I think I'll get the big drum, and I'm going to pound on the drum, and you have to freeze. Now what I want you guys to do is make the shapes until I beat on the drum. And when I beat on the drum, everybody freezes in that shape. Okay, so start making shapes. Do the squirmy things in the air. Lori Boyd, big squirmy shapes. Okay, until I beat the drum, you have to keep making shapes. Dennis, go.